down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
All right, Savvy Investors, we're in this series. I don't know what we're going to call this, but it's called Now What? And I got the mystery man back out here in the studio, and he posted the notice. So the first thing that he did was what we're talking about, let me rewind. He got a property. He acquired an asset. There's folks living in the asset. Didn't get the keys at closing. It's the end of the month. What is he going to do? So I gave him the nice play. I was like, hey, you may want to just ask him what they can afford. He had a general idea what the number is. Well, first of all, just to give you some insight, the kids that live in the property were paying the dad $500 a month to live in there. Now it's way under rented. It's $1,000 a month unit. It's 4-bedroom, 2-bath, central heat and air, 1 car, detached garage in a hot area. Mr. Mystery Man came up to me. What do I do? Well, you got to put him on notice and just tape up in this, hey, I'm the new owner. So he did that. No response. Day goes by. Mystery Man blowing my phone up. Dude, they didn't respond. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm like, yes, you got to lock all this up before the end of the month because the law says the first, you have to give a 30-day notice on or before the first of the month or it kicks into the following month. So if someone shows up with a notice on the 10th, that doesn't mean they get to move out on the next month on the 10th, like October 10th to November 10th. No, that would be December, November 30th. So puts a notice on the door, no avail. Talk to the previous owner. The previous owner says, hey, I will let the kids know that you need to contact you. No response. 2 days goes by. Mystery Man calls me. All right, now it's time for the hammer. Okay. So before I got ballistic, I always, and just a rule of thumb that I do, I am the Savvy Landlord. I do make mistakes. I don't know everything. I think I do, but I don't. I always call at least 1 or 2 people. This is what I'm thinking. So I called another property manager who has 300 units, and we're on the same page. He says you got to give him a demand letter. So I crafted this amazing demand letter that stated, as it was documented, your rent is $750. Now, where do we come up with that number? That's what the dad's paying for the payment. So we're going to start there. You have on or before the first of the month, you need to pay us $750 to this address. By the way, I like to throw in there, it is the law, Oklahoma tenant law, section ding, ding, ding says you must turn in a 30-day notice. By the way, we are really nice. We're going to raise your rent in November 1st. Mark this as your 30-day notice in writing that your rent will go up to $950. And we're doing that as a solid favor. Excuse me. We did some research. The rents in your neighborhood are $1,050 to $1,250, depending on condition of the property. So we feel that $950 was a common, nice number, $200 more than what you should be paying. So all of a sudden, for 2 days, we don't hear nothing. Mr. Mystery Man, super savvy, certified, mailed it to him. I advised him to mail it to him. I'm overzealous, mail it to them and post it. So within minutes, right? You couldn't get nothing from these people. Dad knows that you sold the property. They start blowing your phone up. So what did this chick say?
I go to the property to post the note on the door.
Okay.
Because this is going to be a 3-slap, so to speak. You said the certified, the mail, and then I'm going to post it on the door.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the house. The brother is at the house. I go to knock, 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 post it on the door, and he is there. Here you go. Hand it to him directly.
Now you have a bunch of papers. You have the demand letter. You have what's going to happen if you don't pay, which is called the eviction process. And folks, I let people know this is what's going to happen if you don't pay rent. We're going to evict you. It is kind of scary. I'm not trying to be malice. I'm just trying to be upfront, catch it on the front end. If you don't pay your property, if you don't pay your rent, this is the procedure that the law is requiring me to do to evict you. So it is a little daunting. It's in red, in bold, pay or die. Doesn't say die, but anyway. So the guy gets a piece of paper. Then what?
So I hand that to him. This is what you need to review. You need to give this to
Your sister?
his sister. And, he passes the buck, which it is. She is evidently the responsible one, or responsible may be a little overzealous there. But,
and let's just say, what's the age group here? What do you think this brother is? How old he is?
He's probably mid-30s.
30 years old, can't make a decision. No.
Yeah.
All right, so you hand him the notice. That's it, right? And then you just go on your merry way.
Down the road I go.
So you catch this guy on the property. You don't even post it. You hand it to this joker.
Correct. With the blue tape on it and everything.
Blue tape, ready to roll. Oh, you got masking. Oh, you got a savvy landlord.
Doesn't stick and take the tape off.
Not me. I'd scotch tape that mother.
No, I take the paint off.
I put it on the glass. I post it, and it's in color, so people could see it when they're driving by. They're like, well, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on is someone's not paying their rent. This is what's going on. So then what? You get back to your doing your thing. Okay, so how long do you think it clicked by?
An hour.
An hour.
Probably
so
an hour.
For days, you get no communication, but all of a sudden, you hand them this pile of papers. Then what happens?
Then the other sister, there's 3 of them living there.
It's a party.
It's a brother and 2 sisters.
Okay.
So the middle sister.
How old is she, you think?
If he's mid-30s, she's probably upper 30s, and then the oldest is probably close to 40.
Wow. Still living together without Dad, but Dad was kind of paying for it.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Now we got a little dynamic there.
Yes.
So she calls, blows you up.
She does.
Was there pleasantries? Hi, Mr. Landlord.
They've all been very pleasant the entire time.
Okay, what'd she say?
I got your notice. I'm going to get your check in the mail. Where do I need to mail it?
Look at the paper.
Here's where you need to mail it. Address XYZ. Oh, yeah. No, never mind. I see it right here. Yeah, it's right here in red, right on the paper. Choose either one of the 3 that you have in your hand. So,
all right. Was there a number that threw out? What number is she going to pay? $750, $950?
She's mailing the $750.
All right.
And so she says.
Exactly. We'll find out Monday.
That's correct.
So I'm super proud of you, Mystery Man. So it wasn't easy. So we technically we knew that she paid $500. We got her to pay $750, which is totally legitimate. And she said she's going to mail $750. Also, we're just going to give you a heads up. We did put on there on the piece of paper. Your brother mentioned that you wanted to be moving out by October 27th.
That's correct.
So now you have to give a proper 30-day notice. We're very privy to that. Hey, you need to know that. So what'd she say?
And then after that, it wasn't probably another 30, 45 minutes. Ring, ring, ring.
Oh, they called you back.
The oldest sister now.
Oh, double dip.
Gives me a ring-a-ling on the phone.
Okay.
Oh, I've been meaning to call you. I got your notice that you left at the house yesterday. Yeah, right.
Oh, that was today. Mm-hmm.
That the brother's already called that I dropped something off. The sister's already called me. Now she's just claiming that she's calling from the notice she got yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, not a chance.
Already right out the gate lying.
Yeah. So.
Or you're on drugs. Or you're, I guess that would be denial. Right. Okay. So she calls. What does she got to say? Because I know you, the conversation, you were getting heated over there. So tell me about it. What'd she say?
So she's trying to, because I started talking about how the brother had mentioned that they may be making plans to move out by the end of the month, and that he had already started talking about having a place to go, and the sister had said, well, they had other plans. I may be having other plans from what I had and what they were going to do and what I was going to do. I said, well, I need to know by tomorrow, because if I don't know by the 1st what you're going to do, then that's going to default for another month that you're going to be there, because I'm going to need to know for a 30-day notice if you're moving out or not. So she said, I'll be making a decision and calling you tomorrow.
And that's today.
Correct.
Man, what the? This just blows my mind. I want to recap here, Mr. Mystery Man. You have no key.
Correct.
You have no social security number for 3 grown adults with children living in a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, nice house, super garage in a hot area, and
Correct.
they don't know what they want to do.
Correct.
And so one of the siblings says, I'm moving. The other sibling is clueless, says, I'll write you a check. Third sibling is like kind of frustrated, but maybe sounds like she wants to stay.
Well, even the one that wrote the check, according to the brother, was saying that she was moving as well. So it's really just the oldest one.
That may want to stay.
Correct.
Maybe she has a job. So we need to find out. Listen, let me give you some advice here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This may happen to you. You need to start putting your foot down now, Mr. Mystery Man. Okay, you're staying in a property. I don't know who you are. You need to start filling out documents. I need your social security number. I need your driver's license number. And you can do this kind of slow and casual. If they are going to stay in there, say, excellent, we're going to have to sign a lease. And you can do a 3-month, 6-month lease. You know, a lease idea is that you can stair step it. What do you mean? If you go month to month, it's $1,000 a month. If you go 6 months, it's $975. If you sign a year with me, it's $950. So again, you got to ask yourself, what do I want to do? Are these going to be flunky people? You really don't know. So, but what I definitely would recommend, when you get their check, make sure you photocopy their check. Oh, why would you do that? Do you know why, Mr. Man? Well,
So you have proof of payment.
Proof of payment. Yeah, it's beneficial for them. But what if you need to verify something? You have their address, their actual name, and you'll have their bank account, so you can call that bank and verify funds are in that bank. So for fun, you get this check tomorrow or the 1st. You should probably call that bank. I know you're busy, right? You know, but if I was just starting out, I would try to see if the funds are in there. And you can call a bank up anytime, say, hey, I'm just about to cash this check. Is this funds in there? And you might want to double check that 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, and double check that again. Yeah. See, you don't know who you're dealing with because you didn't vet this person out. And so you're about to vet them out.
Absolutely.
So you can vet them out with pain, or you can vet them out being ahead of the game. Pain or ahead of the game.
I like that.
So what have you learned so far? What are you going to do differently?
From now on, going to actually start getting all the required documentation at closing.
Yes, and then that's true. And I've done this. You know, this is not, you haven't done anything wrong, and I'm not trying to beat you up. This has happened to me many times where I'm just so excited about the deal. And I know you mentioned something that the closing company will do this, and you mentioning that you should have gotten a key. Let me clarify that. You are a real official real estate investor, so I'm so excited for you. But when you do not involve a real estate agent, you are acting on that as that duty. So it's your responsibility to get the key. And you can stiff arm the gentleman. I'm not going to sign the documents. Now, this was a smoking deal. How much does it cost to get a locksmith out there? Was it worth it? Sure. You'll get the key. I mean, I saw the property, so everything's cool. But in the future, if you're buying a property that has tenants in there, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you get all information, everything that's about those people. You never know. What if they got sick? What if they passed away? I mean, I'm not trying to be bearer of bad news. I'm just trying to help you in the future. Some landlords don't buy property at all unless they're, out of the property, evicted, or they move. Not me. I think you can handle this situation. You just closed 5 days ago, right? 4 days ago? Was it Monday? Today's Friday, and you got a phone call, which was a little late in my world. I'm going to mail you a check. You got to love real estate. So, man, I'm coughing. Anyway, anything in the comments? Well, we're going to keep plugging this along. We're going to see how this turns out. So Monday or Tuesday next week, if they didn't pay their rent on time, what are we going to do? We're going to drop the hammer on. Start the eviction process.
Thanks for all your help.
Absolutely. Here's the one thing that you need to think in your mind. By Monday morning, if there is not a check in your mailbox by Monday morning, it's the 3rd of the month, sorry, pure tenant, you are in eviction status. Now you have to talk to my attorney.
Kaboom.
And then kaboom. And on top of the kaboom, you should call the dad. Dear previous owner, seller, dad, entitled your children to live together for $500. Wow, they can't come up with $1,000, $300 a piece. I just want to let you know, Mr. Seller, I would write him a letter or a text message. I have a mortgage payment. The bank is required for me to pay this. I can't pay it if they don't pay me. I'm going to have to evict your poor little children. Can you help me? And he may write you a $950 check. You just don't know. So just keep that in your mind. I don't think you should contact him now, but I definitely think don't lose that individual's number and be, jovial, friendly with them. Just the words of wisdom.
Tricks of the trade.
All right. Well, whatever you guys do out there, you savvy investors, if you can relate to this, let us know. Whatever you do, go buy assets.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at SavvyRadioShow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.